Good morning, Year 7. It's Mrs. Katie here. I'm going to be using today's mentor time to showcase some examples of work which coincides or has achieved one of the Be Christ values. So you'll see lots of different examples of work, and then I've pulled some examples off Go for Schools as well, so you can have a little look and see if your name appears. So I'm just going to hide my face so it's out of the way. Okay. Here we go then. So the Be Christ values at Lutterworth College are to be courageous, which means to be brave, to step outside your comfort zone, do something that you've not done before and have a go. To be hardworking, so always try your best, put 100% effort in. Mr. Eason, who is the PAL for Year 11, he always talks about every lesson being a jigsaw piece, and every lesson, you need every jigsaw piece, and to be able to get that jigsaw piece, you have to work hard in every lesson. To be reflective, to think about what you've done, to think about what you've achieved, and to make the necessary changes or improvements to either your work or your behaviour, and that can cover a wide range of different things there. To be inspiring, this means that what you are doing is having a positive effect on others, and other people are going to use your example to be better themselves. To be supportive, so you can be supportive of your mentor by handing the reading books out. You can be supportive of your teachers by listening to them and following their classroom expectations, by offering to hand worksheets out, things like that. You could be supportive of your friends if they are unhappy, or if they've missed a few lessons, or if they're struggling with their work. And then the final one is to be tenacious, and this means that you keep going no matter what. So even if things are a little bit difficult, a little bit tricky, you keep going so that you can have that success and that achievement in the end. Okay, so what we've got on the screen here is all of the positive and negative points that you achieved, or that all the year groups achieved in the last half term. So you can see Year 7 at the top here. So we've got 78,460 positive points, which means 98% of your overall points are positive, which is fantastic. And the negative points, 1,265, which is around 2% of your overall points. So a really sort of strong ratio there, which just beats all of the other year groups, as you can see. So as a year group, you have made a fantastic start to the academic year. Okay, so in terms of what you're getting those points for, you can see here that some of those points have been awarded for each of the Be Christ values. You can see that hard working sits at the top of that with 26,685 positive points, and supportive is at the bottom of that with 4,863. One of the reasons for these assemblies is obviously to showcase your successes and your achievements, but also to make you think about how you might achieve more supportive or tenacious credits. We would expect hard working to be higher because obviously lots of the work you do at Lutterworth College is based around academic work, but we don't think that any value is any more or less important than the other. So we would really like to see a more even spread across these 6 values, and that would really reflect what the school believes in that all 6 of these values are equally as important. So I'm going to show you loads of examples of work, and this might inspire you to try and get a wider range of credits across your time at Lutterworth College. So courageous then. How have students been courageous? Well, these students here, so you can have a little look. If you are in Miss Bowater's drama group, you might see your name on the board. And she has said that these students have had an excellent first drama assessment today and keep up the good work. And I think it does take courage to have a go at an assessment, particularly if assessments are different now to what you were used to in primary school, perhaps. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Again, so these students, if you are in Mrs. Patterson's 7A2 English group, then you have been awarded a courageous credit for your thoughtful contributions to discussions about the junior apprentice, which is fantastic. Hardworking. So we've got a piece of work here from Chloe Pallett. This is a letter applying for the position of junior apprentice. Chloe has put lots of time, effort and reflection into making sure the letter is set out correctly and all the skills she would need to showcase to win the competition. So a really fantastic piece of work there, Chloe. Well done. Okay, another example of hard work. So we've got great focus during Spanish phonics, and that is from Miss Wallace in Spanish. So you can have a little look and see if your name appears. Reflective. So Mrs. Smith 7LC8 computing group. So we've got excellent work reviewing previous lesson material on copyright, and that reviewing, that recall, that revision is a really great way of being reflective, thinking back to what you've previously learned and then how that's going to make those improvements moving forward. And then we've got Mr. Thompson, 7LC6 history group, and he has awarded a credit for all of these students for their great focus during feedback. So again, that feedback and dirt work is really crucial to make those improvements. Inspiring. So we have got all of these students here have completed the NGR test in a mature and timely fashion, and that is from Mr. Smith and his 7A4 English group. And then Miss Begum, her 7LC7 mentor group, she has awarded all of these above students an inspiration credit for being in perfect uniform, which is fantastic because that really sort of sets the tone for your day. If you're coming to school prepared and ready and representing yourself and the college, then that puts you in really good stead for the rest of your day. So well done, 7LC7. Supportive. Okay, so this is what I have contributed to this assembly. So as lots of you will know, myself and myself and Graham have put together a food bank collection last half term, and we wanted to thank all students for showing support to those in need by contributing to the food bank appeal. So I know lots of students in year 7 contributed to this, so really well done. Thinking about other people, it's so important. So well done. Okay, all of these students from Miss Bowwater's drama group, 7LC3, she has written that there was a supportive approach to group work where everyone contributed ideas and listened in preparation for the drama assessment next week. And she said, keep up the good work. I would like to point out that credit might have been given to you at any point this half term, so please don't panic. You've probably done that assessment, but that was pulled out from Go for School, so you don't panic. Okay. And then the last value, is tenacious. Remember, we said that means that you keep going even when things are a little bit difficult. So here we've got Mr. Beaumont's 7A5 PE group. So great work in core PE lessons, taking part in warm-ups and designing their own warm-ups to deliver next lesson. That should obviously say PE, so apologies there. But you can have a little look, see if your name has appeared there on the screen. And if it has, well done to you. Well done, 7A5. And then Mrs. Vicaria, her 7A3 maths group, a great work with ratio. So well done. And that's something that can be tricky ratio. So you've obviously shown tenacity there by persevering with that work. So really well done. Okay, so as you can see, some really good examples there of what you have been doing this half term. If you think that you have done a piece of work that fits into one of these values, you can obviously speak to your teacher about that and see if they agree, and they'll award you those credits. And if you want to, you can send me a copy of your work, a photograph of your work, and I will display it in the next assembly in December, just before we break up for Christmas. My email address is c.casey@lutterworthcollege.com. Okay, so just for your little takeaway then, have a think about what your credits are. If you haven't done so already, get logged on to Go for Schools, get your parents to log on, your carers to log on, see how many credits you're getting, and see if you can get an even spread of credits. Remember, we'd like to see the supportive credits increase a little bit by the time we come back to this at Christmas. Okay, have a great week, year 7, and if I don't have an assembly with you before, I shall talk to you again in December. Take care, bye bye.